Hey, this is Team Nova Circuit with another, I guess, playtest video. This is my Lycanroc GX Zygarde Carbink deck versus Josh Sutherland's Gyarados deck.
Correct.
Yeah. So, Josh, let's go ahead and explain the matchup. How did you feel like you were gonna attack my deck?
Okay, so when I figured I was playing against you, I've just take advantage of the prize trade because all my attackers are one prizers. The only thing I had in there, there's Nathan's hand. My only non-one prize Pokemon is Tapu Lele GX, and that's just for support. But and for the disrupt part, all I need is a DCE attachment. So I figured I could easily win this, but I don't know. You have a lot of disrupt too, so.
So yeah, that was one thing with your deck, because I knew you probably only run 4 DCEs, and I have enough cards to just remove those energies. So I felt pretty confident. The only thing I was worried about is how fast you would get the Magma secret base out there and the Magikarps out there. Oh yeah, and we were also joined by Nathan. You saw his hand earlier in the video. Nathan, say hello.
Hello, everyone.
So, but yeah, this was an interesting matchup. I was kind of worried. Thank you, Nathan, for clapping. But yeah, this match was unfortunate, I guess, later on for you. A lot of bad draws, bad hands.
The draws were fine. It's just I just whiffed every single thing I could possibly do against you.
Yeah, so we're not doing best out of 3 in this video. This is just a one match. This was actually a tournament that we did a couple days ago, and we thought we'd upload it and talk about it. This was done the same day that my deck played against the Garbodor decks as well. So, yeah, going against Gyarados, my goal is to usually just handle the Magikarps, and disrupt the energy as much as possible. And then, I do run 2 delinquents in the deck, so I'd want to shorten your hand as much as possible. So I know your deck it can be fast, so your hand can be low. So I was hoping for that as well. And Rockruff wasn't really my most ideal start either. With you, I'd want to start with like Zygarde or something so I can hit you heavy quick. Yeah. Be a really quick attacker. So
here's how I started with a Trainer's Medal, immediately grabbing that Magma's base, which I'm sure Jason did not want to see that.
No, not at all. Like I said, that's my goal, is for you not to get those Magikarp set up at all.
And a Dive Ball to continue that, to get another Magikarp on the bench with 20 damage, which is, my strategy is 30 plus. In case you all don't know, Gyarados has 30 plus 30 more for each damage counter on my Magikarps. So the most it can do is 210. With double choice band, because of its double ancient trait, it can do at max 270 damage.
That's a lot. So, Nate, do you have any comments on this video at all, or anything on the matchup?
Yes, it's also one thing to mention that against this kind of disrupt deck is that you want to be able to constantly get your Magikarps out and have a damage on them, so that way you can be able to prepare for them for the next turn whenever you evolve into Gyarados. Like Josh has mentioned before, Gyarados has the ancient trait Theta Double, which allows you to attach up to 2 Pokemon tools. So if you have 2 choice bands on, you will do 270, which can knock out anything in the format currently.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. So, yeah, right now you have 2 Magikarps down there with damage, which puts me in a rough spot. Definitely had to do a lot of thinking. Not as much thinking as against the Garbodor deck, but I definitely was not in a situation I wanted to be in at all. So, I know here I was deciding I know I didn't want to put down the hammer, because I was like, just in case he has the DCE. But I went ahead and decided it. I was like, I do got an enhanced hammer. I got 3 other ones. I had to check my deck as well to see if I had any, but I believe I had a Shaman in hand already, so that's why I went for the Zygarde. So get him out there already. He's my most ideal start against you. I need my higher HP, a guy that can attack quickly. So, yeah, and I do believe, the Shaman was actually in my hand, and that's why I went with that instead of like getting a Shaman.
So
yeah, not much to say. I mean, it's pretty basic what I'm doing. Attach the energy. I did have the float stone, so I was able to hit with the Zygarde quickly. There was a stadium out, so I knew I had the knockout on the first Magikarp, which was nice. So now I'm just getting the draw. Oh yeah, Oh yeah, several times in this match you'll see me forget that the Team Magma base is out there, and I'm not putting my damage counters on my Pokemon, but we actually were able to. Josh was able to keep tabs on that. But I knew I had the knockout on the first Magikarp, which is good for me. My goal is to just take care of him as fast as possible and hope he doesn't have the DCEs in hand. I do run a Team Skull Grunt. I know I was looking for that as well, so I can kind of get rid of them. I believe you do run the energy charge, right, or the special charge.
I play one special charge just to get my 2 DCs consistently back, because I only run, like Jason was saying and Nathan was saying, I only play 4 energies in my deck, and if I run out of those, it's game over basically from there.
Yeah, I love running against decks that only run 4 energy just because of how much disruption I have. Because that's my goal, is if I can take care of your 4 energy and I'm able to delinquent out your special charge and all that, I'm ahead. There's no way you're going to beat me. So that was basically my goal in this game. But the delinquent I don't think was coming for me, and I think that was what I was looking for, to kind of just shorten your hand.
And it's also worth mentioning that one secret tech that, if many of you can't actually see, but in Josh's prizes, there's actually a Machoke from the new Guardians Rising set that recently came out. And if you don't know, its ability allows you to protect your bench from the placement of damage counters or damage done to your bench. So if Josh were able to go up against a Decidueye Vileplume player, they can't Feather Arrow his bench. Therefore, he's able to keep his Magikarps there, and so he can be able to evolve into Gyarados the following turn. As for the other prizes, he does have a DCE prize. He has a Lele Magma base, so it is slightly not in his favor, but he still can make a good comeback depending on what his board state is. But as you can see right now, Josh does only have 1 Magikarp out right now. So it is looking a bit hectic for him right now.
Yeah, with my Zygarde already with 2 energy on it as well, and yeah, I was able to successfully last turn knock out the second Magikarp. So
at this point, I am really stressed because he's already 2 prizes ahead. I still haven't found a Gyarados. I'm trying to figure out what to get off this teammates, and yeah, it's not looking good for me right now. As Nate was saying, I have a Magma's base, a Via Seeker, I believe that's a Magikarp, a DC, and a Tapu Lele prize. Those are not good prizes at all for me to have whatsoever.
Yeah, the DCE was the main thing I was looking at. I was very happy with that. The Magma base wasn't too much. I would want him out. I can take damage to my bench. It doesn't really bother me that much. So, because most of the things just sit there anyways, especially what's Shaman going to do? Eventually he'll be knocked out if you pull the Lysandre. So, and he's not even going to be an attacker, so he's just going to sit there. He can take the 2 damage. I was able to get the Lycanroc with Crunch out. That was also an idea I wanted in this deck, because if I was able to just keep crunching him, and if he didn't have enough for the 1-turn knockout, I was definitely going to be ahead. And that's one thing with my deck. If you're unable to knock me out with one shot, I'm ahead, and that's why I have success against Gyarados or Garbodor with this deck, is because I'm able to count out and limit them being the 1-turn knockout on me, and that puts me ahead of the Garbodor deck. But against Gyarados, you do have the ability to knock me out 1 turn. You can have 2 Magikarps on your bench if you need to. You don't even need the full set, and you can knock me out. So
no, yeah,
with the choice bands.
At this point, I realize he's only charging up 1 Zygarde, so I realize if I can get this knockout with the Gyarados, I'll be in a pretty good spot. But unfortunately, I found the Gyarados, but I did not find the DCE, because I think I just special charged 2 back or something like that. I don't know what I just did there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Gyarados, there's the DCE, but I don't think I took a knockout on this turn.
No, which actually helped in my favor, especially with Zygarde able to heal himself with his second attack. I'm not 100%. I can't even remember the name. That's pretty sad. But it heals 30 damage, does 60. So yeah, Cellstorm. There you go. That was kind of I was happy about that too. But I really wanted the knockouts because I don't need your Gyarados getting pumped up. Like I said, you get 2 choice bands on 1. Thank you for the thumbs up, Nate. So
he's doing a Josh Sutherland tactic over there, the thumbs up. Now he's snapping at us. I don't know why he's doing that, but
he was yelling at me because I was just hurting you real badly. That's the only thing I can remember or assume. I'm just kidding. But yeah, here's where you pull the Gyarados out.
Full retaliation for 30, 60, 90, 120 damage, which is not a knockout, and now he has options to power up more attackers. And he's also getting another knockout too. So
yes. Oh yeah, because I do have 3 energy attached, and yeah, Gyarados' HP is what, 120?
130.
130?
Yep. But I already have 20 damage on it, and
yeah,
he has a strong energy, which is 20 more for fighting type, so he's hitting for 120 currently, which is enough to knock this out.
Yeah, it's also worth mentioning that another type of disrupt card that could be in Jason's favor is if he played a Field Blower, which is also another new card that came out in Guardians Rising, which allows you to get rid of the stadium for Team Magma's secret base and the choice bands that are attached to Gyarados. So if Jason were to be able to play that, he would be able to not only negate Magma base from taking 20 damage onto the Pokemon that he's been bringing into play, but he can also get rid of the choice band, which will allow him to take 30 less damage from the choice band attached to Gyarados.
Yeah, and I actually do run a field blower in this deck. I only run 1, but I know that was also an idea. So yeah, I chose the Zygarde here because I wanted another one ready to go. So if he was able to knock out the one in the active, I would promote Carbink with an energy attachment and just get the Zygarde ready. I know I had an energy already attached to Lycanroc, so I also had him as an option as well. And I was like, if I attach 2 more energy to him, I'm one-shotting everything with the Accelerock attack. So I had 2 good options on my bench, and
that's the Lycanroc GX. That's not the
Oh yeah, that's the wrong. Yeah, that's actually my mistake.
That's the one that does 50 for each of your opponent's bench.
Yeah, that's the GX attack. Yes.
Yeah, it's called Dangerous Rogue, and so it does 50 damage times the number of bench Pokemon your opponent has. It's one fighting energy and 1 colorless energy. So you could, in theory, add a strong energy, which can give you an extra 20 damage to your damage output. So it can be pretty good attack if your opponent has a lot of bench Pokemon.
Yeah, so I was able to play the Delinquent there. I run 2 in this deck, just to limit his hand and kind of hurt him and disrupt him the best way I can. Like I said, I do have a Carbink down, so I'm feeling confident. I was like, all right, well, if he is able to knock out this Zygarde, because he does have a Magikarp down there, and I'm pretty sure he's able to, if he gets Puzzle of Times, I'm in trouble. So I was expecting a knockout on the Zygarde, so I could promote my Carbink just to set up the rest of them. So I don't think there was a float stone on my Carbink though, but with only a 1 energy retreat cost, I'm okay with that.
So yeah, he, like Jason was saying, he was expecting a knockout, but unfortunately, I play an N, and as you can see right there, I believe I just whiffed the. Oh no, never mind. I'm special charging right now. I'm shuffling 2 energies back in, but yeah, you'll see eventually that I end up whiffing the DC and probably scoop right there, but we'll see.
Yeah, it was unfortunate because you got a lot of bad hands, and knowing this deck, the Gyarados deck, it's actually not this slow. So
yeah, bench the Machop and I play N, hoping to hit a DC to find some way to come back in this game, but he's already 4 prizes ahead, which is really frustrates me right now.
Yeah, and the thing is, I really haven't had to do much disruption either, which is kind of nice. I've just been able to just pump a Zygarde and just attack. I was able to play like the Delinquent, but I had to play 1 Hammers, 1 Team Flare Grunt, or anything, not even a Skull Grunt. So
as you can see, my deck is pretty thin too, so me whiffing I had 4 DCs in the deck, or 3 DCs in the deck, and I whiffed it right there. You can see my frustration right now.
Yeah.
He's slamming the table. Yeah, I had to retreat and pass, unfortunately, and I'm pretty sure he Lysandres the Gyarados, and I just scoop right there. Like, that's game.
Yeah, and like I said, I played against your deck before. Yeah. And I know how good it can be. That was just I know how effective it could be.
And as you can see, I also took his fighting energy by accident.
Yeah, so
I was pretty upset.
But anyways, that's the conclusion to this video. Make sure you like and subscribe and leave a comment if you have any other questions or any other suggestions.